For years, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has been one of the royal family's most underrated figures, often described as their secret weapon. But now she's stepping into the spotlight like never before. Duchess Sophie has just broken her silence on a long-kept secret about Princess Diana, and the revelation is nothing short of shocking. As one of Queen Elizabeth's most trusted confidants, Sophie had rare insight into the inner workings of the monarchy. At one point, she even admitted, "I promised her," hinting at a secret she's been holding on to for years. Her journey through the royal world, her rising influence, and the truth she's finally revealing have captured attention like never before. In a world where tradition reigns supreme, genuine friendships within the royal family are rare. But Sophie managed to form not just one, but two deep and meaningful bonds. First with the late Princess Diana, and later with Queen Elizabeth II. Over time, her quiet strength and unwavering loyalty earned her a special place in the Queen's heart, and even the title of Diana's secret weapon within Prince William's family. While the royal family is known for staying impartial, it was no secret that Queen Elizabeth had her favorites. Many believed that if she had a closest female confidant, it would be Princess Anne. But surprisingly, it was Sophie who held that unique place in the Queen's life. The reason? Sophie was refreshingly down to earth. Unlike others who embraced the extravagant royal lifestyle, she actively rejected unnecessary luxuries, even refusing costly security measures unless absolutely necessary. This humility resonated deeply with the Queen, who saw in Sophie a kindred spirit. Despite being surrounded by wealth and privilege, Sophie remained grounded. Royal expert Ingrid Seward once revealed that Elizabeth viewed Sophie as something of a surrogate daughter. Their connection wasn't just about duty, it was built on real warmth and shared interests. One of those shared passions was military history, something that strengthened their bond over time. Since the Queen couldn't always visit the places she wanted, Sophie would go in her place, calling from historic battlefields in France to share details and insights. It was a small but deeply meaningful gesture, proving that Sophie understood the importance of history and legacy in a way few others did. But Sophie's significance within the royal family goes far beyond her relationship with the Queen. She also shared a quiet yet impactful connection with Princess Diana. Much like Diana, Sophie never sought the spotlight. Instead, she poured her energy into causes that mattered, without making a spectacle of it. She wasn't interested in gaining media attention, she was interested in making a real difference. That quiet dedication is exactly why many now see her as Diana's secret weapon, the one person uniquely positioned to support William's family in ways that few others can. Following the Queen's passing, Sophie's role has only grown more important. She has become a pillar of support for Catherine, providing a steady presence during challenging times and acting as a guiding force for the next generation. While some royals struggle with the immense pressure of their roles, Sophie remains constant, an elegant, unwavering force working behind the scenes to ensure the stability of the monarchy. And much like Diana, she doesn't need to command attention to leave a lasting impact. Now, Duchess Sophie has finally broken her silence on Diana's secret, and the truth is more surprising than anyone could have imagined. Prince William's trust in Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, has been a constant force within the royal family. But in 2025, her role has become more crucial than ever. With both King Charles and the Princess of Wales facing health challenges, the weight of royal responsibilities has fallen on a select few. This isn't unfamiliar territory for Sophie. Ever since Prince Andrew stepped back and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex distanced themselves from royal life, she has steadily taken on more duties. Unlike others who have come and gone, Sophie has remained a firm presence, proving time and again that her loyalty lies in keeping the monarchy stable. William sees her as a pillar of strength, and sources suggest he has major plans for her future role when he eventually takes the throne. But for Sophie, this isn't just about duty, it's personal. Insiders close to the royal family believe she made a quiet promise years ago. "I promised her," she reportedly said in private moments, alluding to a vow she once made to Princess Diana. Though she and Diana weren't known to be publicly close, their bond was much deeper than many realized. Both women understood the immense pressure of royal life. And Sophie took it upon herself to ensure that William's family would always have someone they could trust. Despite not being born into royalty, Sophie adapted seamlessly to life within the firm. When she first met Queen Elizabeth II, she was nervous, unsure of her place in the grand scheme of things. But over time, she built an unshakable bond with the late monarch, one based on shared values and a grounded approach to royal life. This set her apart from others who married into the family. She was never in it for attention. For Sophie, it was always about the bigger picture. Now, Princess Sophie has emerged as one of the royal family's key figures, proving that quiet resilience and reliability can be just as powerful as public charisma. Her unwavering support for Kate Middleton has only strengthened her role. With Kate stepping back from royal duties to focus on her recovery, Sophie has been there for her every step of the way. As one royal insider put it, with Sophie, it's never about her. She was one of the first outsiders to marry into the royal family, and truly understand that it's about all of them working together as a team. This mindset has made her irreplaceable. Her commitment to the monarchy was further cemented when she was named the new royal patron of a charity previously supported by Prince Philip. She steps up when needed, even if it means filling the shoes of some of the biggest names in royal history. And as William looks ahead to the future of the monarchy, Sophie and her family will likely take on even more significant roles. Her children, Lady Louise and James, Viscount Severn, have largely stayed out of the limelight. But with their parents' growing influence, they could soon find themselves stepping into more active roles within the royal family. For years, Sophie and Prince Edward have been in the background, overshadowed by more prominent royals. But their steadfast dedication has made them invaluable. As the royal family navigates a period of great change, one thing is clear: Sophie isn't just filling a role, she's fulfilling a promise made in confidence, a vow to stand by William's family, and a silent assurance that Diana's legacy will always have a protector within the palace walls. And beyond her commitment to William's family, Sophie has also built one of the strongest relationships within the royal family, with Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Despite their different upbringings, they share a unique bond, shaped by their experiences as outsiders who married into royalty. Over the years, their connection has only deepened, and whether at public events or private family moments, their closeness is undeniable. Back in 2011, when Kate was still a newlywed, she was spotted deep in conversation with Sophie on the Buckingham Palace balcony during the RAF flypast. It was one of the first signs of a growing bond between them. Over the years, their friendship has only strengthened, whether they were seen together at Royal Ascot in 2017 or teaming up for video calls during the lockdowns. Their interactions have always felt warm and natural, with no forced formalities. Kate has even joined Sophie at major events like the women's final at Wimbledon in 2016, showing their shared interests go far beyond just royal duties. But their relationship isn't just about public outings and photo opportunities. Sophie has quietly been a source of support for Kate throughout her royal journey, offering the kind of guidance only someone with years of experience in the firm can provide. Having joined the royal family more than a decade before Kate, Sophie understands just how overwhelming it can be to step into such a demanding role. In 2020, a body language expert pointed out that Sophie often face-checks Kate, maintaining strong eye contact as a way of keeping an eye on her, almost like an older sister or even a maternal figure. That support has become even more vital in recent months as Kate stepped back from public duties to focus on her health. In her absence, Sophie took on additional royal responsibilities, seamlessly stepping in where needed and ensuring that key engagements continued smoothly. But it wasn't just about duty, it was about genuine care. She wasn't just filling in, she was making sure Kate's absence didn't create extra strain on the family or the public image of the monarchy. Beyond their official roles, Sophie has also been a protective presence for Kate in subtle but meaningful ways. During Princess Eugenie's wedding, she was spotted looking both amused and watchful as Kate's dress was caught by the wind, a small yet telling moment of their sisterly connection. And on Remembrance Sunday, in a deeply emotional setting, Sophie placed a comforting hand on Kate after the 2-minute silence, offering reassurance without saying a word. Their similarities extend beyond their roles in the monarchy. Both come from relatively modest backgrounds compared to other royals, which has helped them connect with the public in a way that feels genuine. They also share a passion for children's charities and youth-focused initiatives, often championing similar causes. Their mutual love for sports and fashion has been evident in their joint appearances over the years, creating yet another layer of their connection. As the royal family moves into a new era, Kate and Sophie are seen as two of its most important figures. Their bond is more than just a friendship. It's a partnership built on trust, shared responsibilities, and a deep understanding of what it truly means to serve the monarchy. While many royals find themselves in the headlines for one reason or another, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, has built her influence in a completely different way, away from the spotlight. She has never sought attention for her work, but those within royal circles know that she is one of the most dedicated figures in the firm. Her quiet determination has allowed her to take on some of the monarchy's most difficult and sensitive causes, without the media frenzy that often follows other senior royals. One of her most significant efforts has been her work in fighting sexual violence in conflict zones. Unlike more traditional royal engagements, this cause requires more than just public appearances. It demands deep emotional investment and unwavering commitment. Sophie has met with survivors whose heartbreaking stories have left a lasting impact on her. At one event, she was visibly moved to tears after listening to a woman recount the unimaginable trauma she had endured. But Sophie isn't the kind of person who simply listens and offers words of sympathy. She uses her platform to demand real change. She has repeatedly emphasized that the UK has a moral responsibility to support survivors, making sure their voices are heard and their attackers are held accountable. She has not hesitated to call out perpetrators of these crimes, boldly labeling them as war criminals. Her work in this area goes beyond royal obligations. It's personal and it's relentless. Unlike other causes that may come with glamorous events and high-profile recognition, this is a battle fought behind the scenes, in meetings with policymakers, at conferences where victims' voices need amplification, and in conversations where real action can be taken. Sophie's ability to navigate these challenging and often heartbreaking responsibilities without seeking personal recognition is exactly what sets her apart. While others may draw attention through their status or media coverage, she remains a silent force, steadily working to make a difference. And in a royal family where public perception is everything, her quiet strength has made her one of its most invaluable players. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has stayed committed to her work, even when the world faced unprecedented challenges. During the pandemic, while many royal engagements came to a halt, she remained active, ensuring that crucial issues didn't fade into the background. Instead of stepping back, she quietly continued working behind the scenes, collaborating with organizations and policymakers to keep important conversations alive. Unlike high-profile royal initiatives that naturally attract media attention, much of Sophie's work happens away from the spotlight, but that doesn't make it any less impactful. Many royal experts believe she is one of the most influential yet underrated figures within the monarchy. Her ability to engage in difficult discussions with both empathy and determination has made her stand out. Unlike other royals who measure their influence through public appearances and popularity, Sophie's strength lies in working efficiently behind the scenes. She understands the responsibilities that come with her position and uses them not for personal glory, but to amplify the voices of those who need to be heard. As the royal family adapts to a changing world, Sophie's role is becoming even more essential. Though she may not be the one making headlines every day, her impact within the monarchy and beyond is impossible to ignore. She has proven that leadership doesn't always require a grand stage. Sometimes the most powerful figures are the ones making quiet yet lasting changes from behind the scenes. Sophie's steady and drama-free presence has earned her a reputation as one of the royal family's most trusted figures. She has always avoided controversy, staying focused on her work while building a legacy of quiet reliability. Royal commentator Katie Nicholl has noted that Sophie's easygoing nature and strong work ethic make her a force to be reckoned with, even if she rarely seeks attention for it. Her ability to navigate complicated royal relationships has been evident for years. She has maintained close ties with both senior and younger members of the royal family, often acting as a bridge between generations. When tensions flared between Prince William and Prince Harry, Sophie reportedly played a behind-the-scenes role, offering support without getting caught in the middle of the conflict. Unlike some royals who have been pulled into family disputes, she has remained neutral, allowing her to maintain strong relationships on both sides. She has also made it clear where she draws the line, choosing to keep her distance from Prince Andrew's controversies, despite their long-standing family ties. Beyond the palace, Sophie has carved out an important diplomatic role, often representing the UK government in some of the world's most volatile regions. Her humanitarian work has taken her to places like Sudan, Kosovo, and Ukraine, where she has met with survivors of war crimes and listened to their stories firsthand. On a recent trip to Chad, she spoke with refugees fleeing the brutal conflict in Sudan, highlighting the urgent need for international support. She has shed light on how many women are forced into dangerous survival tactics, putting them at even greater risk, and has consistently called for action from the global community. Sophie has also played a key role in supporting the Women, Peace and Security Agenda, a global initiative dedicated to protecting women in war zones. She has met with grassroots organizations, government officials, and survivors, using her platform to amplify voices that too often go unheard. While other royals focus on more public-facing engagements, Sophie has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, tackling some of the world's most difficult and sensitive challenges. Sophie has dedicated herself to tackling some of the world's most sensitive humanitarian issues, shining a light on crises that often go unnoticed. Her commitment was especially evident in Ukraine, where she made a quiet yet powerful visit to meet with those affected by the ongoing conflict. Unlike many public figures who use such trips for media attention, Sophie deliberately downplayed her presence, insisting she was not brave for going, but rather saw her role as one of listening and amplifying the voices of those in need. Her ability to connect with crisis-affected communities without making herself the focus has earned her widespread respect. With her growing influence in both diplomacy and humanitarian work, Sophie has become one of the royal family's most vital, yet underrated figures. She has proven that power isn't always about being the most visible. It's about taking meaningful action. Her quiet yet determined approach has set her apart in a family where public image often takes center stage. While Sophie has built strong relationships within the royal family, her dynamic with Queen Camilla appears to be more complex. As one of Queen Elizabeth II's most trusted confidants, Sophie was often seen at the late Queen's side during significant events. However, her interactions with Camilla have been noticeably more formal and distant. Body language experts have pointed out the contrast. While Sophie exudes warmth with family members like Kate, Princess of Wales, her demeanor around Camilla seems reserved. At Queen Elizabeth's funeral, subtle but telling moments only fueled speculation about tensions behind palace doors. During the royal procession, Sophie walked protectively beside Kate, displaying a clear sense of unity. In contrast, her demeanor toward Camilla remained detached. Unlike Kate, who has publicly shown deference to Camilla's new position as queen consort, Sophie has not been as openly supportive, leading to speculation that their relationship is marked more by quiet strain than camaraderie. This difference in approach has been evident in public engagements as well. When Sophie and Kate appear together, their interactions reflect genuine warmth and mutual support. However, Sophie's engagements with Camilla tend to be more restrained. While Kate has adapted seamlessly to Camilla's evolving role within the monarchy, Sophie's reserved stance suggests that she may not be fully embracing the new hierarchy. Some believe that her long-standing closeness with the late Queen makes the adjustment to Camilla's position more difficult. Adding to this perception is Sophie's reluctance to engage in performative displays of unity. Unlike some royals who make a point of showcasing their relationships for the cameras, Sophie has always been one to let genuine bonds form naturally. She remains deeply loyal to Queen Elizabeth's legacy, and that may have contributed to her hesitancy in embracing Camilla's role. Rather than forcing relationships for the sake of appearances, she continues to maintain her steady and reliable presence within the monarchy, regardless of shifting dynamics. Despite this, Sophie remains an indispensable and respected member of the royal family. King Charles III values her unwavering commitment to duty, and Prince William appreciates her steady, level-headed nature. She has managed to carve out a role as an active and dedicated royal without getting caught up in unnecessary drama, a trait that has earned her significant respect both inside and outside palace walls. However, her distant interactions with Camilla reveal the underlying complexities of royal relationships, proving that even in the highly controlled world of the monarchy, personal dynamics continue to shape the balance of power. Beyond her diplomatic and public duties, Sophie has taken on a nurturing role within the royal family, particularly when it comes to Prince William and Princess Kate's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. With William and Kate constantly balancing the pressures of royal responsibilities and public duty, Sophie has provided a steady and affectionate presence for the young royals, helping to create a sense of normalcy in their lives. At Bagshot Park, Sophie has been known to host playdates, picnics, and outdoor adventures for George, Charlotte, and Louis. These informal gatherings allow the children to relax and enjoy themselves away from the formality of royal engagements and the constant scrutiny of the public eye. By offering them a space to simply be kids, Sophie has helped ensure that they experience a childhood that is as grounded as possible, despite their unique positions within the royal family. As a mother herself, Sophie deeply understands the importance of giving children the space to be themselves. She has raised her own children, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, with a thoughtful balance of royal tradition and personal independence, an approach she naturally extends to her interactions with the younger generation of royals. She recognizes that while duty is important, so is allowing children to grow up with a sense of individuality and confidence. Experts believe Sophie will play a crucial role in mentoring the next generation of royals, helping them navigate the unique challenges of their positions. She has a long history of handling her royal duties with grace, maintaining a strong reputation within the family while staying free of controversy. As Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis grow up, they will likely turn to figures like Sophie for support, especially in understanding their future responsibilities within the monarchy. Her influence is already evident in how she engages with them during public events. She is often seen bending down to their level, speaking to them with warmth and making sure they feel at ease. More than just a fun and affectionate aunt, Sophie acts as a trusted guardian, offering guidance and reassurance. She has been a steady support system for Prince William and Princess Kate, particularly as they prepare their children for the realities of royal life. With King Charles prioritizing a slimmed-down monarchy, the pressure on George as a future king will only increase. Sophie's presence ensures that he and his siblings have a reassuring family connection outside of their parents, someone they can rely on to provide wisdom without added pressure. Her ability to balance warmth with responsibility makes her an essential figure in shaping the next generation of royals. Whether through quiet mentoring, thoughtful advice, or simply creating a space where the children can be themselves, she has solidified her role as a guiding force within the family. Her steady influence guarantees that George, Charlotte, and Louis will always have a trusted family member to lean on as they grow into their royal roles. This makes her one of the most important figures in their young lives, even if much of her impact happens away from the public eye. So, what's next for Sophie? The Duchess of Edinburgh has spent decades proving her worth within the royal family, quietly emerging as one of its most influential members. As King Charles's reign moves forward and Prince William prepares for his eventual role as king, Sophie's importance is only expected to grow. Her ability to balance royal responsibilities with a grounded and relatable presence has set her apart, earning the trust of both the monarchy and the public. Unlike more high-profile royals, Sophie has built her influence through consistent dedication rather than spectacle. This has made her an invaluable asset to the future of the monarchy. With William's deep respect for her and her unwavering support for the royal family, experts predict she will play a key role in shaping the next era of the institution. She has already taken on duties that extend beyond traditional royal engagements, championing causes that align with modern societal issues. Her advocacy for gender equality and her support for survivors of violence reflect her commitment to meaningful change. As the monarchy continues to evolve in an increasingly fast-paced and unpredictable world, Sophie's experience and diplomatic skills will be critical in ensuring stability and relevance. Her legacy will likely be defined by her steadfast commitment rather than any dramatic headlines. While others have struggled with the pressures of royal life, Sophie has remained consistent, handling challenges with grace and avoiding unnecessary controversy. But her influence is not just about the present, it extends well into the future. She has played a vital role in mentoring the younger generation of royals, ensuring that the monarchy's next chapter is built on strong foundations. In time, her role may expand even further, possibly stepping into a more prominent advisory position when William eventually ascends the throne. As the royal family navigates an uncertain future, one thing is clear: Sophie's impact is already cemented, and she will remain one of its most dependable figures for years to come. What do you think Sophie's role will look like in the future?